Welcome. This is Drac Attack with Plus Profile number 31, and today we have Captainatrophy. Sometimes I do Plus Profiles and I already know the people. They're either in my guild or sometimes I've even known them in real life. But today I didn't know Captainatrophy at all. He just reached out to me and wanted to do a Plus Profile. And so that's out there for everyone. It's not just for people I know or not just for people in the Plus Guild. It's for anyone and everyone that is looking forward to the upcoming game, Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. So I just want to make sure everybody knows that. And so hopefully we'll learn a little bit about Captainatrophy together today, and I hope you enjoy it. Onward and upward.
My character name for Pantheon Rise of the Fallen is probably going to vary based on the class. If, by any chance, probably not going to happen, the Necromancer is available, it will be Captainatrophy. Race class combo would be Darkmere Necromancer if possible. If not, Darkmere Monk. I really like the take on the Darkmere. I think it's a cool, interesting, unique thing, and I want to be kind of farther from human, but not too crazy. And being an underwater race sounds really cool. And then the class is DPS, man. That's what I want to do. So I've been trying to come up with this of how I heard about it. I'm pretty sure I just kind of stumbled across it, years ago, 2016, 2017, and just followed it from afar for a long time. Probably something like Massively or MMORPG.com, something like that. I currently do not have a guild, no. So my favorite MMO that's not Pantheon is going to have to be EverQuest. It's a game that I've played off and on for 20 years. It's got one of the things that I like most about it, I think, is the raids and everything are fantastic, but the group aspect, where the group aspect's a little bit slower. You can focus a little bit more on building community with people, and you have to do it. You can't just do a 15-20 minute dungeon and then be done and never see those people again. You actually need to commit, or it's not really worth the time and investment. So my best MMORPG story actually doesn't happen in game. It's a story about when I was a kid. I started playing EverQuest when I was in middle school, I think. And one of the things that still lingers to this day is they had on their old website, they had all the deity lore. And I remember printing it out and taking it to my Spanish class and sitting in my Spanish class and reading all that lore and just getting so excited. Just after everything I read, I just wanted to go back home and play the game some more. Because this is so cool. I was really into Greek mythology at the time. It was this is awesome. I just want to do stuff, I didn't learn any Spanish, but hey. Most difficult raid boss that I can think of is in the Depths of Dark Hollow expansion in EverQuest. It's called the Performer. The reason why it's so difficult is it's not a single boss. It's a scripted event that happens, and the reason why it makes it so difficult is because everyone on the raid, and you're talking about 54 people, have to be kind of on the ball, because you have these different macros you have to use constantly. You have to say a certain thing at a certain time when you get called on. And it was one of those things where you had to actually watch the text box, because there's not really anything else you can do when you're a game that old. There's no flashing signals, there's no UI elements telling you anything. It's you're watching that and using a little macro, social, whatever those buttons are that you can put /say whatever, and you're using those to try and do it all at once, and the whole team is doing it, and just a couple mistakes by anyone just ruins the fight, and you have to start all the way over. It's a long fight, 30 minutes it's timed out, you have all these waves and you can't really beat it up much. So it's one of those that's very difficult but so rewarding when you beat it. If I'm forced to choose, I'm always going to pick PvE. My very first game was PvP focused, but I played PvE in it, and that was Ultima Online. But PvE, there's something about working together in defined parameters towards a goal that's more fun to me. That's not to say PvP isn't fun. I love PvP, but I love structured PvP. I like, like battlegrounds and WoW. That's I really enjoy that. There's a competitive part of that's a lot of fun too. But I will always pick the PvE game over the PvP game. I think in the right game, I'm a main for life, because in the right game, it's a constant improvement cycle, right? So you're never treading water, or you're never hitting a wall where there's so much work involved that you cannot see progress unless you put in 500 hours. So with the right way of going about it, I'm always going to pick the main, even though I love trying out new classes, new types of things like that. So really it's going to depend on the game, and I'm hoping with Pantheon it'll be main for life. I'm terrible at it, but I do it. So I'm absolutely horrible at all kinds of crafting. The game that I had the most fun crafting in was actually EverQuest 2, because it's an active process, and they had so many different recipes that you always felt like you were actually progressing, and you could create things that are useful to you. And I think that's really important for any crafting system, is having the ability to, as you progress, it's not just a grind, but while you're grinding, you are getting things that you can use. It supplements your actual adventure, and if it's that way, that's my jam for crafting. If you'd asked me this about 10 years ago, it'd probably be like some terrible sugary energy drinks and just all kinds of junk food. At this point, as I get a bit older, it's water and then anything really that'll keep me awake. I don't have any craziness. Favorite piece of gaming hardware is always going to be the monitor. I think with the right monitor, I like bigger monitors. I like to have as much screen space as possible. Like when I say big, I mean like 32-inch monitors, things like that. Almost prefer the size of the monitor versus the fidelity of the monitor, because I'm ADD, like crazy ADD, so I have to have stuff on all the time. You can only get so many monitors, so I need screen space. I do. I actually stream. I am Redbeard Flynn on Twitch, Redbeard Flynn on Twitter. Basically anywhere Redbeard Flynn is, that's me. I started streaming about two weeks ago, and it's been a blast. Some of the community has joined me, and it's awesome. It's been a lot of fun. I just want to say thank you to Drac. I want to say thank you to everyone watching these videos, everyone who has supported Pantheon Plus, and other communities, Nathan, Basgrim, everybody. I just want to say thank you to everybody, because it's kind of crazy to me that there's no game yet, but a community has built up around this promise of something that we all want. And even though we may have some differences of opinion of what we actually want and what we're going to actually get, I think that it's amazing to see so much work being put in by so many people to make this a community that lasts. And I think that, more than anything else, perhaps even more than some of the game mechanics, is what's going to make this game worthwhile to so many people.